In this important video, I shall not be discussing any provision of law. I shall be discussing some of the finer aspects of understanding various High Court judgments in taxation law and their impact. So let's begin this video. Before we discuss how to understand the court judgments, it is important to understand some key terms associated with it, such as ratio decidendi and obiter dicta. Ratio decidendi is nothing but the very essence or the crux of a court judgment. It's in the fact that part of a court's judgment which lays down the law or interprets a law based on the question of law that has been laid down before the court. In other words, this is that part of the judgment that counts so far as the decision is concerned. Obiter dicta, on the other hand, are the observations of the judges while arriving at a decision. Obiter dicta are not as important as ratio decidendi as they hardly impact the decision but are crucial in determining how the judgment has been arrived at. So in essence, it is the ratio decidendi of a court decision that counts more than anything else and which is quoted for reference. Let us now understand what precedents are and what persuasive value they hold. Judicial precedents are the previous judgments on a similar or identical issue which may hold a persuasive value for the court to arrive at a decision. In other words, judicial precedent is one which may assist a court to arrive at a conclusion in a case. These judicial precedents may be referred to in arguments by the petitioner and the respondent. Judicial precedents may be of either the same court or Supreme Court or High Court of another state. Sometimes a particular case may be squarely covered by a judicial precedent on a similar or identical issue delivered by the same High Court or by a High Court of another state. If judicial precedents of the same High Court is available on a similar issue and the facts and circumstances of the case are also similar, the court shall follow that earlier precedents and deliver its judgment accordingly. But in such cases, it is also important to convince the court that the issue at hand is squarely covered by this court's earlier judgment. Sometimes no earlier judicial precedent of same High Court or Supreme Court is available on an issue. In such cases, the petitioner or respondent may have to rely upon a precedent of some other High Court provided the issue is similar. However, in such cases, the precedents of another High Court holds only persuasive value and the High Court may not necessarily agree with that ruling or finding. In some cases, the High Court may distinguish its own earlier judgment on a similar issue or another High Court judgment. Now it is important to understand the difference between distinguish and overrule. To distinguish means that the High Court has departed from its earlier view or view laid down by another High Court on some reason such as facts not being similar, law position changed, etc. Here the court is not overruling the earlier decision but only departing or disagreeing with the earlier view. To distinguish also means that the court thinks in the present case the earlier decision is not applicable. However, to overrule means to set aside its earlier judgment. Supreme Court has the power to overrule any High Court's order, and similarly, higher bench of any High Court has the power to overrule its earlier order delivered by a subordinate bench. For example, a division bench may overrule its single-member bench decision. When a decision is overruled, it means that the court has significantly departed from its earlier view and replaced it with current view. The court also assigns reasons why it has chosen to overrule the earlier decision or why the earlier decision no longer holds a valid law. So these are some of the basics relating to understanding and referring to High Court and Supreme Court judgments. In this regard, your queries are welcome in the comment box below. Do write into me and communicate. Thanks for watching.